MC Mikey. MC.
What up, guys? So I'm gonna do a real quick review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Out of the Shadows, the second of the franchise. It was an okay movie, but not a great movie. The problem is, I think I'm just jaded. I think I'm just too old to appreciate Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? The past two, the 1990 ones, the Jim Henson creature puppet ones, those hold like a real like place in my heart, and I just grew up with those, so those were great. And these, the CGI, there's not like one I could be attached to, one that I'm like, oh, that's my favorite one. Obviously, Mikey always steals the show, but it's because he always has like the best lines. They all have distinctive personalities, but yet you can't really attach yourself to one of them. There's not one that like makes it where you like, oh, that you champion for. So I think that's the problem with the movie, or maybe I'm just too old and I can't appreciate it. I'm pretty sure kids loved it. Um, the CGI to me, it's like I didn't have a problem with the first one, but this one, like the stakes were bigger, but I felt like, I mean, now we're getting to like story and stuff. I felt like the stakes were bigger, the universe could end, while the Shredder, it was more like New York based. So this one was about saving the world and someone coming from another dimension to wreck the world, and them stepping up, staying together and dealing with like personal issues, like just a lot of stuff where it's like, teenager, where do you belong in this city, in this world? Um, and I thought that was cool, but at the same time, I felt like the resolution to that, like we didn't really see them kick that many Foot Clan ass. Like they didn't really like they didn't really have that many like big set piece fight. There was like the freeway fight, which is like a Michael Bay Transformers fight, and then there was, what was there, the breaking out of jail stuff, and then a bunch of just comical set pieces like at the Knicks and stuff. And oh, obviously I've been talking spoilers, but yeah, I mean, and then the resolution with Krang. I mean, they just like out of nowhere introduced Krang, which is fine. Obviously, like Shredder goes to another universe, so that's fine. But the way like he comes to this universe, and they kind of just um, defeat him. There's not much like I guess together they could surpass any like elements. So there wasn't like much of an arc of like a struggle to take down Krang, which I felt like lacked. I mean, they threw everything they could at this movie. There was Rocksteady and Bebop. Shredder got like recast, and the guy was cool, but they didn't really give him much to do. Um, Surprisingly, Tyler Perry was just like a weird cartoon version of Neil Tyson. But I don't know. I felt like the movies just kind of didn't feel like there was like a real connection to it. I think my favorite moment of the first one was when they were in the elevator and they were rapping or like beatboxing together as a team, And this time, like in the beginning of the movie, like the turtle formation was cool, but there was no like moment in the elevator where they were just themselves and goofy. I mean, you know, like in that element. But I mean, the set pieces are cool and there's a lot of cool stuff to look at. But at the end, the movie just doesn't feel like a satisfying like movie. I mean, I felt like there was a lot of cool Easter eggs and stuff, but as far as a Ninja Turtle, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, it didn't feel like satisfying just because I feel like we lose the connection from the characters. I think the characters just lack. They also recasted Johnny Knoxville for another dude, and that I don't know. At first I was like, is that not Johnny Knoxville? But that didn't take much from the movie. I mean, I felt like the struggles are still the same from the first one. They didn't really grow much from the first one. They're still struggling like who's the leader, who's not. Do they want to be human? Do they want not? Do they want to come out? Do they want So overall, okay movie, but not a great one. And I don't feel like it's gonna like. I mean, I think box office had already flopped unless it like does huge overseas. So I mean, we'll see if the franchise is going to continue. If not, we'll wait a few more years and see if they revamp it again. The one cool thing is that it introduces the turtles to a whole new generation, and that's dope. So overall, okay movie. But I mean, the adding of all these new characters, it didn't really help it. It just kind of made it jumbled. So we'll see what they do with the third one if there's a trilogy. Uh, and yeah, I guess that's all we got to look forward to. Thank you guys for listening to the reviews. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and listen to our other reviews. Thank you.